832. This your boy live and direct in full effect out the 832. Y'all already know how Jimmy J. Smooth do. I just want to do a video on what is pro-black and the difference between pro-black and being pro-convenience. Please note, when we look up the definition of pro anything, the definition of pro, the first thing we start to see is a person who's professional, a person who's in favor of an advantage of something or an argument in favor of course of action, favoring, supporting, acting as a substitute or deputy for, denoting motion or action, before, in place, in time. So those are basically the main definitions of pro or of a pro. So why do we have these internet ass, dumbass, cocoa butter ass arguments about pro-black in a negative light? Because a lot of you people are just stupid as fuck. My question to you is, when you put pro-black in a negative light, after reading being a pro by definition, and these are black people saying that, not white people. I could totally understand a white person or another person of ethnicity is saying this. But you got other black people talking about, we can't take pro-black people serious. We can't, you pro-black people contradict yourself. Okay, what is your definition of what pro-black is? Because if a person is a pro by definition, then if a person is a pro who's in favor of or taking advantage of something or favoring or supporting or acting as or a deputy for or denoting a motion or action, how can you even fix your mouth to say, and you're black, how can you even fix your mouth to even say something negative about a person that is progressing, a person that is proactive in what they do? See, a lot of you motherfuckers, and I'm gonna start cussing on here. Fuck it, I don't give a damn. You can dislike what I say all you like, but how the fuck you put somebody pro-black, a person who's pro-black, or compare someone who's supposed to be pro-black? How can you compare the definition of pro-black to something of fuckery? See, dudes, you don't realize what you're saying. Those people, a lot of times you're talking to, are pro-convenience. First of all, if all a person doing is just popping their gums on the internet, talking about, I'm black and power this and black and power that, and then the next thing you know, they're talking about another person that looks like them dick size, or how they can't get it up, or how they pussy is whack. A lot of times those motherfuckers are pro-convenient by definition. You know, I dare you to show me how many donations they made to any kind of Hidden Colors, any kind of Jason Black's documentary, any kind of Umar Johnson's lectures, any kind of activity that supports or favoring of black progress. See, in order to be pro-black or pro-anything, you have to be pro-progress and pro-proactive. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. But you niggas get on the internet talking that stupid ass dumb shit about pro-black people this and pro-black people that. So what you're saying is black people should stay on the bottom. So what you're saying is you don't like any kind of black progress whatsoever. Because that's what you're saying. You're mixing pro-convenient motherfuckers with pro-black. There's a major difference. Because some people are pro-convenience to their talking points, pro-convenient to their stupid ass, fucked up ass agenda. Case in example, it's a guy by the name of Jimmy Henchman. And a lot of people, you don't know who Jimmy Henchman is, unless you're a hip hop head. But Jimmy Henchman had Tupac shot years ago in New York City. And the rumors, a lot of people believe Biggie and Bad Boy had anything to do with this. But Jimmy Hinchman, believe it or not, was working for the feds. Now, let's take into account. Jimmy Hinchman did some great things in black society, but he did it under the guidelines of being an agent. Jimmy Hinchman was a snitch. He was more pro-convenience and pro-agenda than anything. So the things he did on behalf of trying to get people popped. Because he tried to get a lot of famous guys off by the feds. And what ended up happening is this bitch nigga end up going to the feds. So that's an example of somebody who's pro-convenience. Because you got agents that will do great things in the community, but they're more convenience. They're doing it out of convenience so they can set another motherfucker up and end up in jail. So there is a major difference between pro-convenience. See, pro-black people, we do things because, number one, we know we need this shit. Number two, we're dedicated to this. Number three, we just want to get some shit done. That is pro-black. And the thing is, we don't have no agenda behind it because we know what's good for me is good for the community. That's what pro-black is. Not this internet, keyboard, cocoa butter, shea butter, Afrocentric bullshit that these motherfuckers be in Relationship Talk 2.0 talk about. Yes, I'm calling your goddamn group out. I'm not going to say who the coon name that runs that fucking group, but I'm calling that shit out for what it is. That's not pro-black. The people in that group that talks about pro-black this and pro-black that, I'm for black folks this and I'm for black folks this. I want a motherfucker in that group. I'm talking about real OG motherfuckers in that group to show me a receipt. Show me a receipt of course of actions. I mean perpetual course of actions. Because I could easily show my fucking receipts. I don't have to prove a goddamn thing. I can show my receipts, and if you want to see it, I'll show it to you. To be a pro, you have to be supporting real shit. If you Google search what pro is, you will see these definitions right at your disposal. You go to dictionary.com, you will see these definitions right at your disposal. But yet we put pro-black into fuck shit. This is the only pro anything that we put in fuckery. We put pro-black in the same guidelines as motherfuckers who ain't doing shit. And that shit truly needs to fucking stop right there. And then we get on a talking point. You know, some people get into a situation to where they're into it with another coon ass motherfucker. For instance, Tariq Nasheed, brother Tariq Nasheed, and a lot of people, it's a lot of people that dislike Tariq Nasheed, and it's a lot of people that like Tariq Nasheed. But it's some people that don't like Tariq Nasheed because he called out a guy by the name of Tommy Sotomayor, a.k.a. Tommy Soto Moisture, a.k.a. Crispy Coons, a.k.a. the Crispy Puppet, a.k.a. Thomas Jerome Harris, bitch ass. A lot of people are mad at Tariq Nasheed for calling him out, and they question his pro-blackness by definition. But here's the thing. How many documentaries Thomas Jerome Harris, a.k.a. Tommy Soto Moisture, a.k.a. Crispy Coons have done? This nigga been talking about fatherless America for years and have not done a goddamn thing. I'm gonna have to call you back. This motherfucker have been talking about this for years and ain't did a goddamn thing. But on the other hand, brother Tariq Nasheed has got a body of work. He's put out the Hidden Color series. He's put out the 1804. Finna put out the 1804 series up in November, early 2018. He's put out Melanoid Nations. So this brother has a body of work. So by definition, he's pro-black, regardless of the shit he was talking about versus Tommy Sotomayor. And a lot of people gonna disagree with me when I say this, and a lot of people may be like, "Well, why you calling Tommy Sotomayor crispy?" Because that motherfucker ain't shit. That motherfucker ain't shit. And it was a guy up in New York City that it was a white supremacist up in New York City that had stabbed a elderly black man who was listening to fuck shit ass Krispy Kreme's Tommy Sort of Moisture. But yet you got motherfuckers that's jumping on the bandwagon of Krispy Kreme's talking about, well, how can he be pro-black and he calling another man crispy? Bitch, what that got to do with his fucking body of work, you stupid ass, dumb ass, nigga shit talking point ass motherfucker? What the fuck that got to do with any motherfucking thing? But yet you motherfuckers major in the minor when it comes to this fucking definition. Cut that motherfucking hoe ass, nigga shit, tap dancing, Mr. Massa be good, been so good to me ass nigga shit. Cut that bullshit out. And if you got a problem with what I say, show me some receipts. Otherwise, I don't want to hear a goddamn thing you say. And if you come on my motherfucking YouTube video talking that dumb shit, talking that white supremacist nigga coon shit, I'm blocking your bitch ass. You better come talk to me with some goddamn sense. I'm gonna roast your ass and then I'm gonna block the shit out your bitch ass like Matumbo up in this motherfucker. No cooning up in my motherfucking house. But back to my point though, man. When people have a body of work that is pro-black, when people are doing things for the community, body of work can be financial, body of work can be educating other black people, body of work could be a number of things. Some people pro-black ain't the same as Martin Luther King. Some people's pro-black ain't the same as Malcolm X. Some people's pro-black ain't the same as Khalid Muhammad. Some people's pro-black ain't the same as Claude Anderson. Some people's pro-black ain't the same as probably myself. And I don't put myself above those guys. I just can't. Now, if you want to, then that's fine with me. But everybody's pro-black is different. Some people put their money where their mouth is pro-black. I'm talking about literally put their finances where their mouth is. Some people educate. Some people are different than others. So we can't diss one person's pro-black activity for the other pro-black activity. Because some people's best body of work is in the education department. Some people is good at putting up money, putting their money where the mouth is. Some people are good at being revolutionary. Some people are good at holding it down for the black community. Those are being pro in favor of or supporting by definition, or acting as a deputy for or on the behalf of by definition. When you put pro-black or pro-anything in the case of inactivity, fuck shit ass motherfuckers, you contradict yourself by definition. If you don't believe me, go Google search it right now. You can look this shit. I'm standing at a computer watching this shit right now. You see these keys, shift keys, CTLR, cap locks, and all this shit. I'm right by it. Being pro-black is not giving up on the youth, people. Being pro-black is not being like, well, you can't tell black people anything. And that's another goddamn thing. Motherfuckers talk the most shit in the world talking about you can't tell black people anything. You can't tell young folks anything. You can't whoop. Get your hopeless ass nigga shit ass on, motherfucker. We gotta cut this goddamn shit out because there are people that can be reached. But you gotta reach them at the right time. Sometimes the best time to reach them is when they're teenagers. Sometimes the best time to reach them is when they're in their early 20s. But as my brother once stated, you gotta reach them when they're young. The greatest time to reach them is when they're young. So the cancer won't spread. You can get to the cancer before it spreads. So being pro-black, if you're about owning businesses and dedicating your business to the black community, that's pro-black. Sometimes a motherfucker might not be as revolutionary in your eyes, but they understand doing business is just as important as being revolutionary. And we cannot get shit done without an economy. Y'all gonna have to stop talking that old Kundalini energy ass bullshit. Well, it's nothing wrong with having a great mindset. But if that's all you got, you can't help another brother get a job. You think that motherfucker give a fuck about having the best mindset in the world? Of course not. That helps. But Kundalini energy nigga talk is not gonna put food on the table. We gotta get off that shit. Mindset is very important, but getting people to eat is just as important. You can't have one without the other. You can't eat all day and say, well, I don't need water. Water is just as important as eating. Paying your bills is just as important as anything else. So we gotta get off this Kundalini energy ass bullshit. We always talk that Kundalini energy ass bullshit. So my guys, we gotta do better. Especially people who talk that dumb nigga shit about what they feel pro-black is. You can't be pro-black just talking a gang of shit. You gotta be educating people. You gotta be educating people in a scientific standpoint of what the black community needs. All this giving up on black society ain't cutting it. All this opinion about what pro-black is ain't cutting it. So when you hear somebody talking about what pro-black is, and they conjoin it with some fuckery, shut that shit down. Oh, so black people don't need to progress? You need to ask them just like that. So black people don't need to be progressing, and black people don't need to be proactive and get shit done? Because a lot of times a lot of these people are coons. Or don't realize they're cooning in a lot of cases. Or you got some motherfuckers that really don't realize what the fuck they talking about. And you got motherfuckers blacker than this goddamn computer, Intel computer that you looking at, talking that dumb shit. Get the fuck out of here with that. So when you hear that shit again, brother, you gotta question these niggas. We gotta attack these coons just like these white supremacists. Once again, this your boy live and direct in full effect out the 832. Y'all already know how Jimmy J Smooth do. Peace out.